Thank you so very much for having me. My name is Kaosara Abdulkareem. I'm representing the Caterpillar Foundation. So I'm going to be using the next 10 minutes to be sharing my own story around girls and teenage and the young women. Thank you so much. I want to stand on hall protocol. And I would like to say a massive thank you to the organizer of this event, Girl Up Africa. And also, I would like to say a big thank you to Caterpillar Foundation for the invitation and the honor you accorded me to come and address the essence of girls' power and the significance of girls' space in the world we have today and the impact of this concept in shaping the future of young women. Thank you for having me. Once again, I would like to say thank you, Caterpillar Foundation, for being the largest sponsor and supporter of the Girls Up initiative in Africa today. Thank you for the remarkable impact you've added to the lives of over 22,000 girls in over 100 countries with STEM programs in the last 10 years. That is a decade. And it is also impressive to know that the foundation sponsored the Girls Up camps, the curriculum, the e-learning tools, as well as this summit that we had today. This is indeed remarkable and commendable. And I would like to say at this point, congratulations to us all. Thank you. So today, I'll be delving into my own journey as a young girl, sharing my own personal experiences of triumphs and struggle that have shaped me into the woman that I am today. I feel so excited to share this, and I often tell people, when you don't know people's story, you don't ask for their glory. When you want to question people's story or doubt their glory, ask for their story first, ask for their pains and their struggles. By this, I will be revealing my own vulnerabilities, my narratives, with the hope of establishing a meaningful connection with the girls, inspiring them to embrace their own unique stories and experiences. Let's move. Being a mother of two teenage girls myself, 18 and 16 years respectively, and interestingly in the STEM program, they are also science-based students, I cannot but reflect on my own journey. Very interesting journey, and explaining my young age to my daughters has really helped them in their journey to adulthood. As a teenager myself, when I was a teenager, I was consumed with self-doubt, self-esteem issues, constant struggle for self-acceptance. Therefore, when this opportunity arose to talk about the girls' power and the girls' spaces, I knew it was the best time for me to empower the girls that I have here so that they can not just go fast in life, but go far in their chosen careers. Now to my story. As a teenager, life was a roller coaster. Life was a roller coaster. I had some joyful moments, some faithful moments, and some moments left to be imagined. I would like to put a caveat here. All these phrases that I just used is not for the absence of my both parents, because they were very much around and they gave the support they could based on their level of understanding, based on their financial capacity. But my struggle as a young adult was orchestrated by my search for identity, voice, and presence. It's full of having to be nurtured by thousands of parents. If you are in my generation, you understand what I'm talking about. You have your neighbors around. They have the right to discipline you even more than your parents, either biological or social parents, with different orientation of life. Very interesting growing up. And that gave a struggle for me to express myself fully and completely. Few times, I thought I had the clarity that I was looking for. But many times, the vision got blurry. I'll be searching for myself, confusion often setting, looking for who I am, who do I become, what career will I be going through, and what will I be doing with my life. That continues for many years. The feeling of being overwhelmed with things and events around me. And that fear was the emotion I exuded for many years. When my destination is not clear, when I don't have the clarity and I don't know when and where I was going to. that had a constant deviation as a result of not able to ascertain my path, and that I was created to tread and to know where I was heading. I would like to put a rhetorical question at this point, not for you to answer it, but to bring home my point. Are you an introvert or an extrovert? Are you an introvert or extrovert? Like I said, it's a rhetorical question. This seemingly simple question gave me a wrong answer for many years of my life. When you don't know yourself, you don't even know your personality. I thought I was an introvert for so many years until I began my personal development journey and other social activity that helped me. My further reassessment landed me in the realization that I'm not even an extrovert, but a natural ambivert. For the sake of knowledge, an ambivert is someone that has a strong balance of both introverted and extroverted tendencies. Sometimes you can feel like you want to be in a social environment, and at another time you just want to be in your space. I love my space when I'm in an introverted mood. What I want to do when I'm in my extroverted mood is just to scream at my loudest, be happy, and I want to take pictures, I want to be with my friends and colleagues. But another time, I just want to be in my shell, and I want people to respect that shell. And that is the power of a self-evaluation and re-evaluation. When you start to know yourself, you start to love yourself. When you start to love yourself, your fear will turn to opportunity. And that is this opportunity brings us here today. I would like to continue by saying that how do I deal with all these issues? Remember when I started, I mentioned self-esteem, I mentioned voiceless, I mentioned my presence, I mentioned identity, I mentioned self-acceptance. How do I deal with all of this? I would like to start with personal development. My constant search for self helped me with my fear, helped me with my clarity. I was able to know what I want to do in life. Personal development can never be overemphasized, and it is not one-off. It is continuous. You have to know yourself every day. You'll be shocked that you believe you are here today. By the time you continue that self-assessment, you find out you are not where you should be, and you should go on and on. And I also talk about self-esteem issue. How do I deal with my self-esteem issue? Engage in social activity. I build relationships, quality relationship. And I would like to say something here around relationship. Relationship thrives when one party does not feed heavily or greedily or feast on the other party. A symbiotic and not a parasitic relationship lasts longer. And in relationship, learn to give more. Add value more in relationships. And when you have that, people will respect you in your circle. And I would also like to add this in relationship, learn to serve. When you serve, you add value to yourself and to others. I also mentioned something around self-acceptance. When you have an external validation, you want people to say thank you to you always. You want people to say you are beautiful. No. When you turn your external validation to internal validation, you will know yourself that you are brilliant. You will accept yourself that you are beautiful. You will accept yourself that you are intelligent. You don't need any external validation. And that takes personal development, reassessment, knowledge of self to be able to do that. So how do I dealt with that? Constant self-love and self-care. You have to learn how to love yourself. When you love yourself, you will know yourself. And again, I had to treat myself to beautiful self-care sessions. And up to now, I'm still doing that. You have to go for bonding, you want to go to spa, you want to go to gym, so that it gives you the right emotions and the right energy. I was able to turn my external validation to internal validation where love flows from within. That I was able to do. And before I drop this mic, I would like to say, remember that the girl space, there lies an insurmountable power of young girls who nurture and break the barriers, became the game changers of our world so desperately need, the women who break the glass ceiling in their respective fields by showcasing their remarkable story of triumphs the story that reminds them that their dreams are valid and attainable. Remember once again, the girl space is a zone that fosters open dialogue, inclusivity, diversity, camaraderie amongst young women. Through this girl space, girls can cultivate strong relationships, share experiences, collectively support one another by encouraging collaboration and mutual understanding. Finally, I would like to say appreciation again to Girls of Africa for providing this extraordinary platform such as this to move towards an equitable society by empowering the next generation leaders, acknowledging their abilities, fostering girl powers, and creating girl spaces that celebrate diversity and lay the foundation of better tomorrow. Girls, let's begin to dismantle the barriers that obstruct the female progress. Let's begin to break the barriers. And leaders, let's empower these girls. For when they thrive, we all thrive. Thank you so much for having me.